Hello, hello. How are we doing today? Happy Wednesday, folks. Let me turn this volume up a little bit. All right. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a great start to your day, or if your day is already in motion, I hope it's going wonderfully well for you. If you're here and you're catching this live in real time, drop up in the chat, say hello. Definitely want to shout you out. If you catch it on the replay, drop replay in the chat. We always want to see who's catching this later on so we can send some love your way too. So if this is your first time joining, I'm Nana Badu. I'm a stylist, I'm a style coach, an image consultant, a speaker. I talk about all things related to your personal style so that you can bring more confidence and feel more authentic in all the rooms that you enter. All right. And today we are talking all about decluttering and merchandising your closet. Okay. And so, at the beginning of the year, it's always a great time to wipe the slate clean in a lot of different spaces in life, right? You've done your reflections, you're thinking about the years ahead, and you might be looking in your closet and things might not be as all the way together as you would like them to be, okay? And if you're feeling like there's some disorganization, some messiness, all right. If you're pulling out things that you haven't worn in forever and you don't even know why it's still in your closet, pull up, turn the volume up, because this session is 100% for you. All right. So I'm going to dive right in to giving you some tips around what you could be doing to help declutter and merchandise your closet. And actually, before I do that really quickly, let me just level set on a couple of things. One, when we're talking about decluttering, that goes without saying, right? Like you want to get more organization in your closet and you want to clear out the mess so that you can move into your closet and make it easier for yourself to pick out clothes that you're going to wear and have clothes in your closet that you actually want to wear, right? And that you actually will wear. All right. That's the big thing, right? You want to just clear out the mess, clear out the extra. When I talk about merchandising, all right, merchandising your closet, this might be something that you're like, okay, Nana, what do you really mean with this? And merchandising your closet simply means to beautify it. All right. Make it be a space that you actually want to walk into. And that when you open up the door, you're like, okay, this is beautiful. All right. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about what that can look like for you as we move through our conversation today. Okay. But I just wanted to break down those terms just in case you were thinking about merchandising and you were like, what exactly does Nana mean by that? Okay. So here's the deal. One, decluttering. All right. Like your closet is in desperate need of organization if you are constantly saying, I have a bunch of clothes and nothing to wear. You need to get organized in your closet because you really need to have a clear idea of what's already in what you already own. All right. You need to take inventory. So, one of the best ways to do that is to start to organize your closet by the type of garment you have and by the color. Okay. By the type of garment you have and by the color. So, there's a couple ways you can do this. All right. You can go all in like 100%, right? And remove everything from your closet and put it on your bed and start to then go through what you need. All right. Or you might be inclined to just go section by section in your closet. Okay. And the thing about this that could be more attractive with you, and to be quite honest, to take everything out of your closet and then begin to declutter or cleanse your closet, I wouldn't recommend that you do that unless you have a style expert helping you. You got to have a stylist. You got to have an image consultant. So you got to have somebody helping you because it is a very daunting task and it takes hours. Trust me, I know from personal experience. So unless you are really wanting to go down that route, I will recommend the latter, which is basically taking it little chunks at a time. All right. So I would urge you to start with organizing your closet by the type of garment that you have. So that simply means you're going to get, if you're focused on your workwear, right? Get your workwear game together first. Hey, Portia. So then you'll put all of your blazers together in your closet. All right. Then you'll organize and put all of your blouses together, right? Maybe all of your sweaters together, your pants to be together, your skirts, etc. Right? So you want to organize the pieces by the same type of garment. All right. That's going to allow you to clearly see, okay, how many blazers do I have? Right? How many sweaters do I have? Right? Like, ooh, I don't really have any blouses. Okay. It's going to just allow you to have a clear idea of how many pieces you have per the type of garment. All right. The next thing that you can do when you organize is to organize it by color within that segment of the type of garment. Okay. So you've got your blazers lined up, and then you're going to group the like colors together. So you're going to put the black blazers together. You're going to put the red ones together. For some of you, you're like, red, girl, I don't have no red blazer. For many of you, that looks like putting the black together and the end. Okay. But it might be, maybe got some navy up in there. Okay. But whatever you have for your colors, you're going to put them together. Right. The other reason why you're going to do this is because, again, it's going to allow you to clearly see what colors you have a lot of. All right. And you're going to be able to then start to make some clear decisions about what stays and what goes, because you don't need to have 30 black blazers. Okay. You really don't, especially if they're all single button. All right. And a double notch. You just don't need it. You just don't need it. Okay. Portia, tell your mama to pull up. Okay. Now you see, this is 100% for the person who's taking up every closet in the house. Okay. Ladies, don't be out here taking up all the closets in your house. Your husband ain't got none, or your spouse ain't got none. I mean, come on. Let's be a little bit more equitable up in this thing. Okay. So you want to cleanse, like you want to declutter. And this is especially, like I said at the top, especially for you, if you open up your closet and you constantly feel like, I have all these clothes, but I don't know what to wear, or I don't have anything to wear. You have too much and you don't even know what you have. And you have stuff in there that just has to be removed. So it is time to declutter. It is time to do a cleanse. It's time to do an edit. It's a must. You shouldn't buy a thing. Buying, like, no, hide the credit card from yourself. Okay. You need to clear out what's already in your closet first. So step one, we're going to organize by the same type of garment. Step two, then you're going to organize by the same colors. Okay. And so I promise you, from just those two steps alone, you are going to be like, man, I got way too many cardigan sweaters up in here. Okay. Like way too many. All right. And you're also going to be like, man, I don't have any bodysuits, like zero. And that was something that I was like, oh, thinking about trying out this year. Okay. You're going to see where you have a lot of redundancy. You're going to see where you might have some gaps. Okay. Or if you got 10 pairs of jeans, but they're all skinny jeans. Let's get a different cut. Let's get a different wash. All right. Let's add some variety up in this mix. All right. So I really encourage you to take those two steps to start to declutter your closet. Now, this is guaranteed to happen as you're moving through your closet and cleaning things out. You will inevitably, as you go through, start seeing things and you're like, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. It will just instinctually happen. You literally will be like, I need to get rid of this. I've had this for too long. Okay. Because you're putting your mind in the energy of, I need to make room for what I really want up in this closet. All right. So when you're thinking about that, one of the biggest things that is really happening for you that you want to get yourself in this frame of mind is that you are making that identity shift in your closet. All right. Your identity is evolving. Okay. So you quite possibly, very confident in this, have clothes that are connected to the identity of who you were many years ago. Okay. Because you have not been editing your closet and your wardrobe as you've been moving along in your life. You tend to stock up. You might be a little bit of a hoarder, low key. It's all right. It's a safe space. You can say it. Okay. And you really are just like buying, 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 but you are not purging as you purchase new things. All right. Great style is not about quantity, it is about quality. It is about the quality of pieces that you have. All right. More does not equal better. In case somebody told you that, that's a myth and that's a lie. All right. You're welcome. Okay. I'm glad the tip about organizing by piece and color is helpful. Absolutely. So just know that for yourself. I encourage you not to feel like, oh, if I let go of this piece, oh, this is the one I really loved. I wore it when such and such time. I wore it to my first baby's christening, and just so many sentimental attachments. And you pull out clothes and it feels like a time capsule, right? Like literally, when you're going through your closet, sometimes you pick up pieces and it just takes you back to a memory, right? We've all got those sentimental pieces in our wardrobe, okay? But you also need to be clear with yourself that you make a way in space for you to be something else, okay? For you to invite more memories about what's coming for you, all right? Because you got even better days ahead, sis, all right? So let's make room for all of the lovely pieces that you want to have as you start crushing it and making these power moves, all right? So allow yourself to get in that different frame of mind, because you really need to understand that you're going through this process and you need to let things go. And you can't be in, I got to hold on. Okay. It can't be grip situation. All right. You just tense. It's like a different world, Whitley. Relax, relax, relax. No, I love that show. So side note, for those who know it, cracking up. So you got to be in that space. You got to be in that space of like, listen, I'm about to let this stuff go. I do not have to hang on to these clothes. Like, I am not connected to these clothes. I can let this stuff go. Okay, Portia's asking, there are some pieces that I don't wear often, but they're so wonderful. Do I keep those or let them go? It's a great question, Portia. And that's a good segue into some of the criteria that you can look at when you are deciding whether you should keep something, let it go, or my other favorite category, get alterations. Okay. So when you work with me, one thing I do is share with you my full garment evaluation checklist. And that has all the items that I consider when we're going through and saying, okay, should I keep this or should I let this go? And it just literally has questions that you ask yourself so you can easily decide. Okay. So one of the things that you do want to think about, this is first and foremost, is quality, right? You want to think about the quality of the garment. Okay. This is very easy. I'm going to give you the easy joints. We're going to build up. All right. What kind of condition is it in? All right. One of my favorites. If it was once white, but now eggshell. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. If it has armpit stains, if it has holes, like you know the distressed jeans where it's cute when you've got a little bit of a tattered situation at the knee, right? Or on the thigh. But then it gets to that point where you can put your whole hand up and down through your leg because the hole is so big. Honey, See you later. All right. You got to let that thing go. All right. Let it go. All right. Let it go. All right. It is okay. There are plenty of other options out there. So, quality is a big one, especially when it comes to stains, rips, tears, and also color quality, right? Things fade. All right. Things fade after being washed over a period of time. And if that's happening, just part ways, donate it. Okay. Let it go. All right. So quality is a big one. Second, that I want you to think about is fit. All right. How does the garment fit on your body? And how does it fit on your body now, today? I know it's very tough. All right. This is a very challenging decision point. All right. You're in your weight, your wellness journey, as I like to call it, right? You try and get your fitness, okay, together. You like, all right, this summer we gonna be out here doing our thing, all right? I understand, okay, I am with you. Also, as you are purging things, you want to try things on, and if you have to jump too much to try to get up in them jeans, just why? You got to let that thing go. Also, another low-key thing about fit is, how does it make you feel when you're thinking about putting this piece on? If you aren't feeling like excited because you're like, man, I can't wait, like I'm on my program, couple more weeks and I'm gonna be in this thing. Like it's coming together, right? You're excited about it. If it's more, I used to be able to fit this and now I can't anymore, and then you go down negative self-talk zone, let the piece go. Because why even have it in there with that kind of energy? You should just let it go. All right. So this is especially speaking to pieces that are too small or too tight. All right. Just let the piece go. And the thing is, you believe that you won't find something that's even better than that. You think that that's like the beacon of all dresses. Like there ain't no dress better than this one that I got, but I can't get it over my thighs. I guarantee you there is something better out there, all right? Or just as good. So let it go. Like literally say bye-bye, okay? And also too, it's probably a piece that you've had for years. All right. I'm sure it's not a piece. It's more than likely not a piece that you just got. All right. So if you've had it for some time and you wore it and you got some use out of it, say thank you so much. It was popping, got some great pics. Now let's move on to something better. All right. Release the attachment to these pieces. All right. Got to release it. So let go of pieces that don't currently fit your body. All right. It is inevitable, especially if you are serious about your weight loss or wellness journey and you are really trying to get in better shape and you are exercising, you're eating, you're actively doing the things, right? There are going to be some pieces that you're like, okay, if I'm continuing on my program or as I continue on my program, I will be able to fit this, right? Like it's going to work. That's all right. Okay. Give yourself a couple of those pieces that you're going to keep and put them in a separate area. All right. Put them in a section of the closet that you're like, every change in season, I'm going to revisit these and see if they work. Okay. Personally, I think 3 to 5 of those pieces in your closet is a good sweet spot. If you have more than 5, it's questionable. You're not being honest with yourself. Okay. So that's right. Believe in the abundance and overflow of these beautiful dresses. They're coming. Okay. Yes, A Different World is Debbie Allen's, some of her best work. We thank her because she's phenomenal. All right. Okay, Portia, I didn't forget your question about what you don't wear often. Let's talk about it. So this is another space that you want to use to identify whether you keep something or let it go is in the space of frequency, right? How often you wore something. When was the last time you wore it? So many general rules of thumb on this. Personally, for me, especially now, because if you go back too many years, we were like in COVID years, and during those first 2 years, like there's so much of your clothing that wasn't getting worn, right? So that's not a good time frame to reflect on. But I'm certain the past 2 years, you've been outside. Okay. You've been outside. So you can look at those dresses or, or those shoes or whatever the piece is and ask yourself, did I wear it last year? Okay. If you really got to stretch, did I wear it the year before? And if you got the face of like confusion or like, I can't remember. Mm-mm. Okay. Mm-mm. All right. You want to be wearing your pieces. Okay. It is a commonly known statistic that most of us wear 20% of what is in our closet 80% of the time. So you're wearing a fifth of what you own majority of the time. Okay. There are other things to consider in this and other outliers, like you might have your evening gowns and special event pieces, right? But I look at like 80% of your wardrobe, right? Leave the other 20% out for like the special occasion stuff. But 80% of your wardrobe, that's going to what you wear at work and what you wear on the weekend. You should be rotating those clothes. You need to be wearing those clothes on the regular, okay? You need to be wearing them, all right? So just knowing that, and as you organize your clothing, you're gonna have aha moments of like, I haven't worn this in forever. All right. And if you try it on and it fits, and you're looking at the quality and it's great, it's a strong contender of like, okay, I just need to wear this more. All right. So you might have wonderful pieces and you may not have worn them last year per se, right? But you're looking at them right now for this season. And that's another thing. I like to go, season by season. So right now, at least in New York, it's winter, it's cold, it's snowing outside. So if you're on the East Coast or you're in a colder climate, you're looking at your colder, wardrobe, right? You're looking at all the sweaters and the knits and all that stuff. Okay. And so if you're looking at some of those things and you're like, did I wear them last year? And the answer is no. I would bring those pieces to the front of your closet. I would put those closer in the front so that like, I'm going to wear these pieces, because what you don't see, you don't wear. Let me say it again for the people in the back who was like, oh, I'm listening, but I'm working. But what she said, if you don't see it, you don't wear it. Okay. You just won't, because you won't think about it. All right. And it's going to go to the back of the closet and the rest of the abyss. Okay. And just never be seen again. All right. So until the next cleanse. Right. So bring those pieces to the front of your wardrobe. All right. And start to think about how you can incorporate them into an outfit. All right. So hey, Adrian. I love that color wardrobe check-in. So Portia, when you're talking about those pieces that you don't wear often, but they're so wonderful, that's the challenge to you. If you haven't worn it recently, you need to bring it to the front of your closet and you need to wear it. So here's a challenge that I would invite you to accept for yourself is one day a week, create an outfit with a piece that you haven't worn in a long time. One day a week, you can do it. It's not a lot, okay? But I guarantee the more you wear those pieces, the more you're going to think about them and start to incorporate them into your regular flow. So then you're not going to be part of I only wear 80% of my clothes, I only wear 20% of my clothes 80% of the time. You're going to be like, no, I wear 80% of my clothes Yeah, close to 80% of the time. Okay, that's what we're going for, right? You want to wear your clothes. Um, so I would encourage you to take on that challenge to wear a new piece, a new outfit, something you haven't worn in a long time, at least one day a week for yourself. I think that's going to be really helpful so that you have those pieces that are great and you're not sure, should I keep it or should I let it go? The only way to really find out is to try it on and to wear it, right? To like wear it in an actual outfit and to go out. Okay. So wear the piece. And then, like we were saying earlier, focus on that season. So right now in the winter season space, focus on those pieces that you would wear for this time of weather, right? And look at what you wear at the end of this, what you have worn and what you haven't worn, and then take another stab at evaluating that at the end of the season. And then when you go back, if it's like, all right, I still didn't wear that thing this year, let it go. For whatever reason, it's not a piece you gravitate towards. There's probably a couple of reasons why you don't gravitate them towards the piece. Probably number one, it's not aligned with the kind of style that you really want to have. So you're like, nah. Another thing could be you just don't know how to wear the garment, what kind of outfits you can create with it. If that's the case, I would suggest you do a little Google search, all right, and put some ideas like that into Pinterest, because Pinterest will pop up with 1,000 examples of how to style that dress, that boot, that blazer, etc. All right. So it's super easy to find some style inspiration, to give you some ideas around how to style a particular piece if you really like it and really love it, but you're just not sure how to put it together. All right. So um, that also gets into another space that I want to talk to you about, which is love versus like. All right. Listen, and this is one that I am definitely in a space of right now, is that I only want to have things that I love in my closet. Like, love it. Love wearing it. Can't get enough of it. It's amazing. I look fly, feel fly in it every time. Right? Like, you want more of that in your closet. The pieces that are like, meh, and it's okay, get rid of them. Like, that is such just wasted energy. Who wants to feel meh when they get dressed? Who wants to feel meh when they stepping out the door? Not I, not you. All right. We want to feel fabulous. We want to feel confident. All right. You want to get dressed with excitement and ease. All right. You want to just be able to flow. Like, I was like, okay, I'm about to do a live today. It's cold outside. I need a great sweater and a great color. Boom. Go to my yellow sweater that I got from Macy's, INC. It's got a little, oh wait, other side, black stripe situation happening, or just a little triangle detail. I love it. And then I put together the jewelry that I love to wear. All right. You got to have pieces you love. Okay. If you're in the like zone with so many things in your closet, that's a definite space to evaluate. Why do you only like it and you don't love it? Is it because you don't know how to put outfits together with it? Is it because it doesn't fit as well as it used to? Is it because the quality is not as great as it used to? It's usually one of these. It's usually something in this space that you're like, I just don't like it. If it doesn't evoke that great feeling, I'm telling you, put that in the bin of I'm going to let it go. All right. And the great thing about letting things go and having that kind of energy is that you're going to donate it. You're going to give it to somebody else who's going to put it on and be like, woo, child, I feel amazing. Right. This is so especially true for workwear pieces. Like, again, going back to that same suit, that first suit that you bought from J. Crew, Banana Republic, like 10 years ago, when you first entered into the workplace, sis, that is not connected to the level that you are right now in your career. All right. That's not connected to the boss vibes that you have and want to embody. All right. It's not connected. All right. That's giving you junior vibes, intern vibes. All right. That's not the vibe. All right. The vibe is executive. All right. The vibe is entrepreneur, business owner. All right. That's the vibe. Okay. So let go of the J. Crew suit. It might still be in good quality, but if it is not aligned to your identity and aligned to the really truly desired style that you want, bye. Goodbye. Let me donate it to somebody who's starting out in their career and they need that first suit. All right. So let's be intentional and give some thought to how we are cleaning out our closet and where the clothes are going, because there are plenty of people who are in need. You can do Dress for Success. If you're in New York, there's a great organization called Bottomless Closet that takes donations. I love donating things to churches because there are plenty of people who need clothing for free. Okay. And it's a great space to donate to them. And a lot of these churches organize pickup services. So when I clean out my closet, I call the number, or no, I can send an email. And I think, actually, no, listen, the level of ease gets even better. They have a website and I can book my slot because I did this like right before at the end of summer. Went on the website, booked my slot for a Saturday, put the bag outside. You know, I had a couple of garbage bags, labeled it with St. Mary's Church, put it on the curb, and they picked it up. If that's not easy, I don't know what is. Okay. Let's see what's popping up in the chat. All right. Portia says, Grace didn't think about using Pinterest, right, to get some ideas for some outfits. Yup. Kudos to the closet that you love. Hey, and tell me in the chat how to say it. Is the N silent? Is it en ma or is it ma? Tell me. Tell me how to say it. But I appreciate you. Thank you for joining in. Please add your tips. I know you in this space as well with body image. Feel free to share in the chat some tips you might recommend too. Just Portia sound great at remixing the pieces. I am, and yes, that is why clients pay me what they pay me. Thank you so much. Because listen, there could just be a part of you that's listening to this and you're like, Nana, these are amazing tips. I'm just not fitting to do it because you don't have the time, right? You don't trust yourself. Like, keep it 100. You don't trust yourself to be honest and go through the steps and really let things go. Or you've tried. I have plenty of clients like this who've tried, like, I've tried to clean out my closet and I get rid of a few things, but I end up just having, like, keeping everything because I make up an excuse and a reason to keep it all. And so in that case, you need another impartial opinion who's also an expert in the space and can make the recommendation with ease for you and say, this is what I would recommend. Here's what we're going to do. All right. So we love that. Oh, and yes, Portia, talk about that good tax break when you donate. All right. Especially if you're making a big purge, you're doing a huge decluttering. Yeah, that can absolutely go a long way with Uncle Sam. Okay. Listen, Portia says she don't own a suit anymore, right? So I know that there's plenty of folks who may have left the corporate space, right? And you're your own businesswoman, your own business owner, and now you get to create the kind of wardrobe you want, really without filling any parameters, because you can show up in a way that fully aligns to your brand. All right. Listen, quick tip, you can do that in the corporate space too. But if you are really, really embodying that, all right, and you know that you have made that identity shift, you gotta go all in. You gotta let go of these other pieces. All right. And then make room for where you do want to invest your money in. There's also a lot of different services if you're interested in reselling your pieces, right? There are so many services where you can go online and, like, upload your pieces and sell them and get some dollars there. Personally, I'm not gonna lie, that can take a little bit more effort. All right. To do that, sometimes take pictures, mail things back, etc. What I would recommend is to do that more locally, right? So there might be a consignment shop, right, or a vintage shop in your neighborhood where you can take some of those pieces that you know are really great brands and in great quality and drop them off and then just get your dollars in person, or be a part of their consignment situation and someone purchases it, then you get your commission, so to speak, afterwards. I go for low level of effort when it comes to how I can donate the clothing. Like I said, my first stop is always going to be to give it to an organization or somebody for free. Because I just think there are just a lot of people out there who are in need of clothing and are going through different stages in their life and they could use it. So yes. Asia says she was really struggling getting rid of the meh to make room for the wow. I like that. Okay. I think it's partly challenging with changing body size and fit and not knowing what direction to go next once the closet is clear. I do like this. Yeah. When you, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, when you are making changes or shifts in your body size or in your shape, that sometimes you might have pieces that are like borderline on a size, right? Because sometimes a lot of us, we all waver in between sizes. All right, like you might be like, yeah, I'm a solid 8, but sometimes I can do a 6, sometimes I might even do a 10, right? So all brands are not created equal. Sizing and fit varies. We do a whole separate thing about that. But it can come into play where sometimes your weight might fluctuate. And at different times, like, there's plenty of dresses that you're like, in the spring and summer, it's popping. In the winter, it's a little bit more snug, right? But the bottom line is that you are wearing it, right? Are you wearing it in the course of a year, right? It is a challenging space, especially if your body size or fit is fluctuating a lot. If it's going between one size up or down, that's very normal. It's very normal. Um, it really, really is. And once you clear the closet, we'll talk about what happens next after that. Okay, and give you some options there of what could go down. But this is great. So we are breaking down some of the things that I review with with my clients when we go through my wardrobe evaluation checklist, to just give you the questions you should be asking yourself when you're deciding what to keep, what to let go, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So we talked about quality, we talked about fit, we talked about frequency, how often you wear it, when was the last time you wore it. We talked about that identity shift. Okay. If it is connected to the identity of who you were before, not now and not the future, bye. Okay. Another big one is the outfits, right? You might have pieces that you wear and you only wear it one time in the same look. All right. Yes. I think you should have clothes that you can at least create more than one outfit with. I, in particular, call it the 3 outfit rule in working with my clients. I'm like, you want to have majority of the pieces in your clothes that you can wear at least 3 different ways. Okay. And typically people always have one, they might have 2, but then I like to pull in and be like, so you can also do it like this. And really, a lot of times, especially with workwear, that can look like something that's a little bit more like, you need a little bit more of that wow or that power factor for a client meeting or a pitch or a speaking engagement. Then how can you transition that into something that's a little bit more casual, right? For maybe just day to day, or maybe even a work from home situation. And then how you might transition that into wearing it on the weekend. That might be date night, that might be hanging out with your girlfriends, maybe potentially even just traveling. Maybe you're going to a conference, maybe it's vacation time. Like, how can you work that piece into multiple places of how you live your life, right? Like, that's when you really win it. when you have a lot of pieces in your closet that you just know, like, I could easily wear this in 3 different ways. Gold. You've struck gold. Okay. um, yes. Okay. And definitely that is the space that I specialize in, is helping you clean out the closet, but also then those next steps of creating those looks. And then what do I put back in it? Right. Ooh, what do I do? All right. And one of the most important spaces that you want to be thinking about when you're thinking about decluttering, and then also the next steps, is being clear about what your desired style is. So many folks are not clear about what their personal style is, what they want it to be, how they want to show up. They don't know. They take in inspo from some style influencers. They just go in the store and they see a look and they buy the whole thing. And they're just like, yep, I'm gonna just do that. Or they only shop at the same 2 places, right? Because it's not your space. It's not the space that you flourish in, right? And if that's the case, you need to seek some help. All right. You need to reach out and, of course, book a style call with me, and we can walk through and talk through what it is that you really desire for your style and get super clear on it. Okay. Creating a mood board is one of the best ways to achieve this, is to really help you visually understand what you want your style to look like. And one thing that I work with my clients in doing is helping them understand what they want that style to look like for the multiple spaces of their life. So whether it's work, it's travel, running around with the kids, dating, church, whatever it is, right? How do you want your style to look like? How do you want to show up? Okay, getting that kind of clarity is super important. That is what is going to help you be anchored in what your personal style is. So you make better decisions about what to wear, and you're more clear about what kind of look you are putting together. Okay. There's too many folks out here that are not anchored in what their personal style is, and they just following the trends. And they're just like, well, I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try that. And then you end up with a closet full of clothes with nothing to wear. Oh, did you feel it? Boom, the bar was dropped. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm one of those people, I just crack myself up. So that is a huge space, getting clarity on what your desired style is. Step one. That is what I do with all of my clients and help them achieve that clarity, because that's the goal to doing the shopping, creating the looks, and feeling confident and in your best boss mode. All right. So, yes, I'm definitely going to not only drop a link in the chat to book a call with me, but there's a special offer that I am going to be running for the rest of January for anyone who is like, Nana, I need help editing my closet and figuring out how to get some of these looks together. So stay tuned. That drop is coming. Yep. That drop is coming. Stay tuned. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the merchandising side of things, right? You've gone through your decluttering, you're making space, you've got your donation piles, you've got everything you're keeping hung up, right? You've also may have that pile too. We didn't talk about this, of things you might need to get altered, right? Not everything needs to be chucked if it doesn't fit. Okay. There might be spaces where something is just too long, if it's a pair of pants. Okay. But the quality is great. You love them, but you just never got them hemmed. Or you feel like you can only wear them with your highest heel, but now you don't like wearing all them highest heels all the time. Okay. Post COVID wardrobe. Okay, all good. You just need to go back to the tailor, take a heel, or take, whatever shoe height is more comfortable for you, and get them hemmed. Okay. Or you might have pants that are just a little bit big in the waist because you've been on your wellness journey. Okay. And you've dropped some pounds, but that pants, that skirt, it still fits great. It's just loose in the waist. Take it in a little bit. Okay. You could get darts on this is getting a little technical, but if you're working with a tailor or a seamstress, they know exactly what to do, right? They could create darts in your wardrobe, which are just like 2 little points in the back. They basically snatch in the fabric so that they're not cutting the fabric. Okay, they are just bringing in, almost gathering the fabric to create two darts so that it can still fit you in the areas that were once too loose. What's great about this is if your weight fluctuates and you start to gain a few more pounds, it's not like, oh my God, it's too tight again. You just go back and be like, can you let those darts out in the back? Because I need to breathe a little bit. I'm giving y'all mad tea today. Mad tea. It is all being spilled. Okay. You are welcome. All right. So that's another great one. Like, it's not about like cutting the clothes and then you can't ever wear it again. There are definite hacks that tailors and seamstresses use so that if you need to go back and let something out, you can get that breathable room in there. Okay. So let's talk about merchandising. Oh, Latoya said, mad tea, girl, mad tea, right? So let's talk about merchandising your closet for a hot second, all right? This is really important because you want to feel like you are walking into one of your favorite retail stores, okay, when you enter into your closet. All right. You want to create a little mini Saks Fifth Avenue experience up in that closet. You want to create the experience at like 10 a.m. before all the stores are open and everything gets, wreaks havoc, right? Where everything is beautiful and organized and laid out. You want to create that little bit of energy for yourself in the closet. So think about how you can put some pieces in different places in your closet to like bring that about. That might be hanging up a picture, hanging up some kind of affirmation in your closet. You might take some of your shoes and really organize them in a pretty way across the top bar within your closet. Might be just like neatly folding your sweaters, okay? So that they have that great stackable effect on some of the shelving in your closet, right? Like, create the experience. I tell you, I have my closet. I have like a couple of layers and tiers, and then I have some sweatshirts there, and I have stuff that I easily go to for like working out. But then I also have like some of my handbags displayed, and it just looks pretty. Like, it's just cute, okay? Also, when you're doing your organizing and you're putting things in bins, right? Just don't go and get the like visually unappealing clear bins with the like white plastic cover from Target, right? Get a nice cloth bin that when you put it up, it's going to be really pretty, visually appealing, and still keep your closet organized, okay? So you can buy all these things at Target. Look, a good trip to Target and walking down the aisle change your life, okay? But there are so many places that you can go to. The Container Store has great pieces, right? Like, so many easy go-to spots, all right, that you can get some bins and some pieces. Obviously, you can always shop on Amazon, but you can get some storage, get some storage bins or get some things that you're going to store your pieces, especially if you're swapping your closet in and out with the season, right? So if you've put some of your spring and summer pieces away, just store them in things that are actually visually appealing so that if you did need to put them in your closet to be seen, it looks good, all right? The other thing is you might want to take the step to start labeling some of those things, all right? Some easy labels that you can use. You can order on Amazon a tool that prints out labels. You can low key get from Staples these white stickers that are literally just labels, like a name tag you would use, right? And it's clear and it's white, and write what is on or inside that bin and put it on. It just makes your closet feel more inviting. All right. So taking some time to merchandise your closet so that it's beautified changes the game. All right. Yes, Latoya said that's a practice she uses is keeping things, if that helps you keep things seasonally organized. Love those bins. Yes. Like, there's such small things that you can do. So after you've cleaned your closet out, definitely look at ways that you can have some things visually hanging, a great picture, make sure you have that full length mirror there, right? Portia, you're going to get your full length mirror this year. Easily have those things available in your closet. You might need to have that affirmation that says you are beautiful and you are powerful in your closet every time you go get dressed. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Okay. Other last tip around merchandising is getting the same hangers. If you have plastic hangers, if you have wire hangers, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Okay. When you pick things up from the dry cleaners, I know they give you those hangers because they're cheap and inexpensive. Get rid of them. Okay. My favorite hangers are felt hangers. They are soft. They come in a variety of different colors. But they're so great because they're slim. So you can fit a few more pieces in your closet. And they're also more gentle on your clothing because of the soft felt. So when you're hanging pieces, it might also help with the longevity of the fabric and the actual care of your garments, okay? I prefer these to wood hangers. I think wood hangers can be a little bit more harsh. So my favorite are felt hangers. You can get them on Amazon. You can buy them everywhere. I was gonna say you can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond, but they're out of business. But Amazon is your best bet, okay? So make sure all your hangers are the same, okay? Y'all, these are simple tips, but very effective strategies to help you declutter, merchandise, get that closet organized and beautified this year. And I guarantee you're going to be in an amazing direction and get some great momentum to feel like your style is going to be on point this year. And if you need a little bit of help to get things going, I'm going to drop in the chat. Okay, yeah. A little something that I am offering called the Work Wardrobe Edit. Okay. And this is a session with me to help you go through your closet. All right. We are focused on your workwear pieces, and we are going to take some time together to walk through your closet. And I'm going to help you edit and help you make those hard decisions about what you should keep, what you should let go, what needs alterations. All right. So I will take you through my 5-step closet cleanse process. You get access to my video series that walks you through that. And then we're going to meet together on Zoom and walk through your closet. I'm going to help you get outfit ideas. I'm going to help you try. Well, I'm not going to help you try things on. I'm going to tell you what to try on and put together so that we can create some amazing looks for you so you can start crushing it up in these work streets. All right. And then I'm also going to share with you my workwear essentials list. So this is my list of what I think you need to have in your wardrobe. All right. So this is definitely a great next step for you. If after we've gone through and cleaned out everything, we can go through this checklist and identify what you have and what you don't have. Okay. And then, like I mentioned, this is your time and space with me one-on-one. This is your ability to ask me any questions during that time, pull out the pieces that you've been struggling to create outfits with, all the things. We do that together in the session, okay? So we are offering that to you. The session is 3 hours. It's $600. Yes, ma'am. I'm only taking 3 people on this offer through the end of January. 3 folks. So if you know you've been listening to this and you're like, I love all this, but nah, I'm gonna need some help, act fast, okay? Because after the first 3 people are booked, it is closed. All right. Because this is definitely a roll up your sleeves, let's get it done kind of session. All right, 3 hours. Yes, we will do some breaks, but that's the time that it takes to really go through and edit and make sure you have what you need. All right. So if you have any questions about that, send me a DM. You can also email me, but all the details are in the link that I just shared in the chat. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me know what your big takeaways were from this session. Super excited that you're joining. I hope this is valuable for you. And I cannot wait to see how you are creating some magic up in your closets. All right. All right. Have a fabulous rest of the day. And I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.